It's a secret. Can you keep it a secret? It tastes alive. Like, all my fruits and vegetables taste so alive. Hi guys, it's Ella. So today's video is a special video because it is actually a collaboration with my wonderful, wonderful friend, Christina. And if you want to check out her channel, I'll link it in the description down below, so make sure to check the description down below. So in today's video, I wanted to talk to you guys about how to save money, or how to be... Almost every single day I get asked this question. So this question is, how do I survive as a college student, or as a college student being a vegan. A vegan college student. There we go. Make it easy. A lot of people think that being a vegan, you spend a whole lot of money, probably like $1 million or something on your groceries. You know, I've heard that so many times in my life. Well, not $1 million, you know what I mean? People coming up to me and be like, how do you afford it? And how the heck, like, are you living, like, as a college student and a vegan? Like, it just, to other people, it just seems like it's a miracle or something that I'm doing it. To be honest, you don't have to, you know, spend a whole lot of money to be a vegan. How I think of being a vegan is the fact that you just have to be aware of, you know, how much you're spending and stuff like that. And maybe cooking in general is really hard because you might be in a dorm, but you should be aware of, you know, maybe cooking more if you can. I mean, I know that a lot of dorms have kitchen areas and, you know, places where you can put your food and maybe your groceries. I'm sure you can probably put in like a little bit of stuff. So however much you can put in your fridge, make sure you can get fresh vegetables and fruits and all that stuff. Not every piece of fruit should be refrigerated. You can get some bananas or some apples. I mean, some people refrigerate these, but generally I don't refrigerate these items. Keep it in your room, maybe somewhere where you can safely keep it in your room without, you know, a whole bunch of stuff getting on it. Just have these really inexpensive foods in your house, so whenever you're hungry, whenever you want a snack, you can just pick it up and eat it, and, you know, it's all good to go. And going out to the grocery store does not have to be a pain in the butt. And what I mean by that is to be aware of how much food there is that is not super expensive. I live in Tokyo. To be real, it's really pricey. It's just overwhelming to live in a big city and not be able to buy the foods that I want for a cheaper price. But nevertheless, you can still survive even if you're living in Tokyo or like a really big city. But you just need to be aware of what you can buy and like all these inexpensive products you can buy. For example, you can buy beans, like canned beans. Like that's probably like my #1 go-to staple that I have in my cabinet in my kitchen. And that usually costs like about 99 cents, like to $1 in Tokyo. And then I just kind of buy these in bulk. And beans are super, super awesome to have because you can pretty much put them in anything. It's really fast and easy, and as a college student, we don't have time to, you know, cook up like a really huge, big, nice meal. It's just, we need to get going, we need to live life, we need to study, and it's like really fast. So, you know, canned beans usually is not the most healthiest option, but I would say that it has been my lifesaver. But if you do have more time, and if you are more health conscious, you know, and really have a lot of time, because I know I don't, but you can get the beans that are not made or not cooked, and you can just get the raw beans, and then you can, you know, cook them overnight. Oh, and some people might be wondering like how to survive as a vegan when, you know, you don't have any meat and stuff, is to take your B12. And I take my B12 by nutritional yeast, or putting nutritional yeast in my recipes or on my food, and, you know, just eating that instead of maybe taking like the pills and B12 supplements and things like that. I mean, that is awesome. If you're a vegan out there and you're taking those, you know, that's fine for you, whatever works for you. But I personally like to, you know, use nutritional yeast because I'm not a huge fan of, you know, taking pills and all that stuff. It's just really convenient to use nutritional yeast in my recipes and food because it's just so much cheaper than going out and buying, you know, B12 vitamins, because I live in Tokyo, like I said, and buying those B12 vitamins or pills, they're really expensive. They run from $30 to $40, maybe $50. For me, you know, budget-wise, nutritional yeast is so much cheaper. My nutritional yeast is about like 10 bucks. It's like a kind of a medium-sized bag, like this big maybe, and it'll last me about like a month, so it's like perfect for me. But it doesn't matter what kind of form it is, just make sure to keep your B12 in your body, or take your B12 for your body, and to make your body function the way it should be. Some people might argue that spending 10 bucks a month on nutritional yeast on top of your food is kind of expensive, but I like to think of it this way, because if you're buying meat or fish, you know, you will spend a certain amount of money on that, you know, per week, and then if you think about it, in the end, it kind of becomes the same thing. For me at least, I actually, you know, put my receipts next to each other, like when I did buy like kind of when I was on my pescatarian or my paleo lifestyle and then my vegan lifestyle, like honestly, it wasn't that much of a difference. Yeah, maybe, you know, when I'm a vegan, I like to, you know, spend more money on, you know, different kinds of foods. Like, for example, I like to just, you know, I'm super interested in these kind of new bars that they come up with, like, you know, new fruit bars and new nut bars, so I just kind of buy those, so that might be kind of like an extra like part of my vegan lifestyle, but it's really not that different. I mean, you don't have to go out and buy like bars and, you know, fancy stuff. Like honestly, being a vegan doesn't really compare. It's just that maybe you need to buy nutritional yeast, but it's like if you're gonna buy meat, you know, it's the same thing, if you know what I mean. Well, in my opinion, so don't hate me on that, but in my opinion, that's what I believe in, and that's how I function and, you know, spend my money and, you know, all that stuff. But and another thing is you do not have to go organic every single time. A lot of people have asked me, you know, what's the difference between organic versus non-organic? And I have taken a class on this. Organic can be, you know, more, it really depends though, because sometimes organic can just be a label and sometimes it's like kind of a fake thing. You really have to be careful with organic versus non-organic. My number one tip that I have for this is that you should definitely look into buying more organic vegetables and fruits if they're in like the dirty food list. And what I'm talking about is I'm gonna link it like on here or in the description down below, and you're gonna know what the heck I'm talking about. So those are the kind of vegetables and fruits that I am very, very aware of, and I just whenever I go to the grocery store, I make sure if I have enough money and if I can afford it, then I usually just try to buy the organic ones. Like if you're struggling on your budget, the main thing is to just buy vegetables and fruits as much as you can, because this is going to be the staple of your diet. And I don't know, for me, there's a slight difference in buying organic versus non-organic, and for me personally, I don't think this is a thing, or maybe it is a thing, but I just feel like it tastes fresher. It tastes more juicier, it tastes alive. Okay, that sounds horrible because I'm a vegan. It tastes alive. Like all my fruits and vegetables taste so alive. No, but I just feel like it's more fresh, it's more juicy, it's more sweet if it's an apple or an orange or whatever. It just feels fresher to me. Yeah, I don't know. What do you guys think? Have you ever guys compared and felt like organic and non-organic like taste slightly different? I don't know. Let me know in the comments down below. And another advice I have that has saved my life is basically meal prepping. And I know that meal prepping sounds like a pain. I don't have time to meal prep every single day, obviously, but I do try to meal prep on Sundays or Sunday evenings. I would go grocery shopping on like Saturday or Sunday, and I would have it in my fridge, and then I would wash it, you know, very nicely, and then cut them up and then put it in like a big container, and then maybe put in some other veggies like cucumbers and tomatoes and, you know, other veggies that can be kind of toppings, so I can make a salad very instantly. I always also like to make some homemade dressing, and sometimes I borrow from, you know, other YouTubers that I adore and love. I make their recipes so I can enjoy that. Or, you know, I just come up with really random recipes of my own. Or sometimes I just buy like vinaigrettes, you know, the ones that are already made and stuff because it's vegan. And yeah, like I just kind of use that and top it on top of my salad throughout the week. And of course it's not gonna last for a week, so it might last me like maybe 2 days roughly. And then if I have time, I would meal prep again for the next 2 days or something like that, whenever I have time or whenever I have less classes than the other days, if that makes sense. And another advice that I have for you college students is to prioritize food over other stuff. And I know that that sounds like a really, really big sacrifice, because I know when we're young, you know, we like to dress up, we like to spend money on makeup, we like to spend money on like dresses and maybe, I don't know, whatever you guys do, like clubbing or something, I don't know. But I believe that it is so important to set aside money for your food and your nutrition. What I do is I kind of limit myself every month as to how much I can spend on, you know, beauty products or skincare and things like this. And I like to really treat my, you know, acne or whatever, any kind of problems with my body. I like to stick to holistic methods, and they're quite inexpensive. And if you guys are interested in what I'm talking about or what the heck I'm talking about, an example of this is a video that I did last week about how to whiten your teeth naturally, and you can totally just do this with your household items, whatever you have lying around in your house, or you know, you can just use like fruits and vegetables and things like this. But holistic healing methods tend to be really inexpensive, so I don't have to go out and buy like really, really expensive beauty creams or beauty products. So, well, I think that is it for my survival guide as a college student or a vegan college student. This was kind of a fast video, a very, you know, speedy information type of video. So far, these are all the tips that I have for you guys, but I know that as I'm going through life, I will have more tips for you guys. But you know, I hope this was helpful. You know, if it wasn't, I'm sorry, but I hope that I could help you guys out if you guys are a college student, even if it's just a little bit. But just keep in mind, just because you're a college student and just because you live in a dorm or, you know, don't live alone, doesn't mean that you can't be a vegan. And if you're really aware of, you know, your surroundings and what you put into your body, you know, you don't have to be afraid of becoming a vegan or keeping up with your vegan lifestyle. And I just wish you all the best. And if you guys have any other questions for me, then make sure to message me on Instagram or Twitter, or I have my email in the description down below. So if you guys have any questions or concerns, make sure to email me, message me, whatever you guys feel comfortable in doing, and I will be more than happy to answer your questions. And also, if you're a vegan college student just like myself, make sure to leave a comment down below and share what you do as a vegan college student, and you might have more tips for, you know, the other vegan YouTubers watching. This is a community. We all are in this together, and let's share ideas. Let's express how we feel about vegan college life. All the pains, the sufferings we go through, we can share them here. It's a safe and loving environment. A safe and loving environment. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this video, and make sure to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed watching it. Also, if you're new to my channel, make sure to hit that subscribe button, wherever it is, so we can stay in touch and be friends and all that good stuff. So I hope that you guys have a wonderful day whenever you're watching this. Until my next video, make sure to keep on smiling and shining, and of course, healthy, and I love you guys so, so, so much. Bye! She can control me love.